Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Get this live situated. Now, I want to pop in this morning. I know some people off on Saturday mornings. And let me see, make sure I got my chat set right. Awesome. Got a baseball game. I got a baseball game in about 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. So I'll be on here for about an hour. So wanting to pop in for those y'all who time didn't work right the other night, do another Q&A for the Blessed Tribe, and for the others of you, to be a member of the Blessed Tribe, to be a part of the Q&As. I think the link is in the description. Now, YouTube. Oh, okay, son's basketball game in 3 hours. I know how it be on Saturdays. I know how it is. My oldest doesn't have a soccer game today, but my youngest got a baseball game. So normally I wouldn't be able to do this at this time because I'll be at the soccer game before the baseball game, but he didn't have one today. My videos the last few days, topic's been really serious. I think yesterday. So yesterday, that video might disappear and it might just be in the members only playlist where the members can see it. And so for those of you who members of the Blessed Tribe, when you go to my page and you go to playlist, when you click on playlist, you'll see that the playlist is one that's for members only. So the videos that get struck, they too real for YouTube, got words in it, language in it, that's too real. It'll be in just members only. So the one from yesterday about co-parenting, that one probably either get took down or get moved over. So y'all look out for that because YouTube got certain guidelines to where you can't speak on certain things, and really it's like a robot listening to every word, and they pick up a word and they'll strike your video, and then you gotta request that they review it, and then a human gotta review it, but then the human could still say, this too real for TV. So y'all keep that in mind. My ex-boyfriend thinks I have someone talking in my ear because he said I'm acting funny. And you know what that is right there? And y'all put your questions in there. I'm looking for them. Put your questions. Whenever you start to grow and you start to learn, you start to get new knowledge, and you start to change your behavior, that's the first thing that a man will say, because he's used to being able to get over in certain ways. He's used to things happening a certain way, but then when you start to get the game, he's like, whoa, hold on, now you normally would respond like this, now you're responding like that, what's going on? Oh, this morning I was at the went to my front door and this just came in, and it's called a woman's influence. Now you see a woman's influence, what it say? Own your worth, cultivate your power, and change your relationships for the better. Cherie Gaskins and Tony Gaskins Jr. Now you got to pre-order this. Make sure you pre-order this. Now the pre-order don't charge your card. It just some of the chapters in there, the rules of engagement, you're not a maid, let him love you, don't compete, and the 72-hour rule. I really go into the 72-hour rule. So make sure you pre-order A Woman's Influence. Barnes & Noble, Amazon. The price, it'll be set on the high price, but you'll get charged the final price, because before it launches, it probably will drop down to 19 or 17, but it's just kind of like a holding. It lets the publisher know how many books they need to print with the pre-orders. They give them an idea. So make sure you get your pre-order in so you on the first print run. A Woman's Influence. I just bought Make It Work. I'm single now, but I wanted to go through it like a workbook and take notes for my last and final marriage. That's powerful. That's a good practice right there. My ex said I shouldn't listen to you, Tony. I just tell him it's because he used to get over. Now he can't. Hey, you told him the right thing. What do you think about a man that doesn't want you to grow financially? When a man doesn't want you to grow financially, it's really because he want to keep you trapped. He want to keep you trapped. He want to keep you, beneath his feet. And so when you start to grow financially, what that means is he realized that he thinks you're going to be too good for him. And if he is making more than you financially, then what it means to him, Christina Jackson, God bless you, Christina. Pour out in her life, Lord. Bless her, Lord. Christina Jackson. Michelle Williams, bless you. God bless you. So he thinks that, and this is what I can't even say the word because darn YouTube, all these regulations. But I told y'all I'm about to make Tony Tube now because they be striking all the words, the real stuff. But what it is he feels like you're gonna be able to run off. You're gonna be able to run off, ride off into the sunset, and he trying to keep you right where you at, and especially if he makes more money than you. That's another thing. Family, what about using hashtag Q so that Tony can find the questions easily? That's a good one now. Y'all put that hashtag Q in front of you so I can see that. Now somebody need them a raise on the job. Shuby Reynolds over there innovating. Need a raise. Need to tell your job you a innovator, problem solver. Now y'all put that hashtag Q like she said. I might or he I don't know Shuby. There's no picture, so forgive me. Daughter, father says he's in love with me and loves our daughter, but I won't allow him. But I won't allow him to be him. Cheater, womanizer, manipulator. I can go on and on, but my heart is still there. Your heart gonna be there until you welcome all the new members. Your heart gonna be there until you truly start doing the work. Understand this. Your heart is not gonna go anywhere until you really start pounding the new work. And what I mean by that is when you start to, your brain is triggered. It's a lot of things. Y'all hold your questions right quick and then post it when you see me done answering. What happened is your brain is triggered. It's almost like when you think of a placebo. You ever heard of placebo pill where they say, hey, okay, there's two groups. This group over here, you getting something that's gonna help you focus a lot better. And you over here, you getting something that's gonna help you focus a lot better. They give one the actual thing and they give one the placebo. And the one who had the placebo, which probably just like a sugar pill, they like, whoo, I'm focusing good. I'm focusing good. That's what your brain does. So when you say, boom, I just bought a book. I ain't just get the free. I just bought a book. This finna help me. I just paid for a seminar. I just signed up for coaching or counseling or therapy. I just went to a retreat. I just did this. So now when you start taking those steps, what's gonna happen is your mind is saying, I'm doing the work. We working and we about to grow. So now you're gonna see. Now you're gonna start to see the work because the knowledge, you gonna even hold on to the knowledge more. You're gonna hold on to the knowledge more. So I want you to realize that, and it's gonna be a daily struggle every day. How do I increase my membership? There's no increase button. There is no increase. It's only one level of the Blessed Tribe, and that's $1.99. God bless you now. God bless you for wanting to increase. Now, when you want to increase that membership, what you can do is just hit one of those little buttons on when we on here that let you send a blessing on in. But I just made it $1.99 because I want it to be affordable for anybody who want to be a part of the Blessed Tribe to support the channel. That's why I made it $1.99, and I didn't make it, $4.99 or $9.99 because I know how finances are, and I know it could be something big come up, and then I didn't want that charge when it hit your account to send you into the overdraft because something big happened in your life, and now you got a $35 overdraft fee if you got old raggedy Bank of America like me, And I done been there. So that's why I did it, $1.99. So it just, you know, it wouldn't hurt. But yeah, it's a blessing to me because with how YouTube doing my videos, it blesses me when a video is demonetized because of what I'm talking about. What do you think about Latin men stuck in their culture's ways? Um, no different than any other, cultural ways. And I tell you what, now with any man in this culture, the one thing you gotta realize is it's the norm because it's allowed to be the norm. And what it's gonna take a Latin woman who is unafraid, who she unafraid, and she start to voice herself, and she start to lead a movement. It might be one of y'all actresses, one of y'all politicians, models, and this in every race, in every culture. It's gonna take a woman who says, "Listen, I'm not dealing with the cheating and all of this extra that's going on." And then her friend does it, and her friend does it, and her friend does it. And when the norm starts to change, men start to wake up. Tomorrow, Mencius, God bless you. Please put this towards Tony too. You've been a blessing to my life. God bless you. Hey, I'm sure working on it. I'm looking for my developers now. Michelle Williams. Thank you so much. God bless you. Pour out in their life, Lord. Bless them. Highly favored. Thank you. God bless you. So you have to when you start to change, your friend gonna change. That friend, and so right now it's a standard in a lot of cultures, and even in the black race, even in African culture. I went over to I spoke in Nairobi, Kenya. I've spoken all around the world, and I did 2 seminars in Nairobi, Kenya. Some young men booked me to come over there, and them young brothers, they was 21, 22, and they probably that event probably cost 20,000 plus USD. And it's in Nairobi, Kenya. A lot of people was on feet walking, no cars. It was riots in the streets. It was tires being burned. It was all kind of, big AK, big, situations going on with the security. Can't even say all the words. And it was serious over there. Like it felt tense to me. And I'm over there talking love and relationships, and the men told me, they say, "Listen, hold on, playboy. Over here, we don't get down like that. What you talking about, that old American soft man stuff over here, the woman do everything. I don't lift a finger." And I was like, wow. I said, "Hey, y'all brought the wrong one then." I said, "What y'all brought me over here for then?" And they say, "Well, we want to start some change. We want to start some change." Miss Lloyd, bless you, bless you. I didn't want to mispronounce your name. So that's what it's gonna take. It's gonna take change. Name your earliest book someone else published and gets more residuals. You said buy a different one. Buy it used online. You said Cherie used tools in it on you because it was so powerful. That first book is called um, What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl. But this right here, this one better than that one now. This the update. This some publish this too. I don't get no money from this now. When the publishing industry, hey, you ain't author ain't rich now until you the lady who wrote Harry Potter. Even Steve Harvey sold millions of books, and he said ain't no money in publishing a book. Ain't no money. He was quoted saying that, and he switched publishers after Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. He switched publishers, so that let you know he wasn't happy with after selling 3 million copies. So that's kind of just the case with publishing. It ain't meant for the author to get rich. It's definitely a different kind of game. So it's just if you want to get your message out. But this right here, Woman's Influence, this the updated, it's the real. I've been reading it because I'm recording the audio book right now, and it's just too real. I'll be honest with you. I'm reading it and I'm cringing. While I'm reading this here book, I'm cringing. And I'm like, I wrote this. I'm like, man, I gave the game away like this. I'm like, man, let me know God just was using me, because this something, if I had to do it again, I wouldn't write it again. I'd be like, man, that's too real. I'm telling too much business in here. So yeah, I can't do that. Latrice, God bless you. Bless you. Pour out in her life, Lord. Hey Tony G, can you do another singles event in Atlanta when you come in April, please? I'm planning on it, but typically with that one, I don't book it till about a month out. Typically a month out. So around March 11th, I do it. But what I have to do is when you book it, you got to put a deposit down, and that deposit be hitting my wallet, because I'm using a nice little venue. So I can't book both of them at the same time because that deposit be hitting your wallet hard. So I gotta let a little few more dollars come in. So, y'all bless me like you blessing me today, how you just blessed me. Nah, I'm probably gonna be able to afford that deposit here in about a couple more weeks. And then I'll go ahead and book it because I also got to pay for travel and stuff to Atlanta for me to get there. So these events, now I want y'all to understand, these events could get costly now. So it could run me several thousand in a day. You've been a blessing in my life. Thank you, Merch L. And that's why people say, Tony, come to L.A. Tony, come here, come there. And I'm like, who gonna pay for it? Who gonna pay for it? Hey, hey, this ain't easy now. I'm paying it out of pocket. I've never had a sponsor. Yes, Patty, the books on audio. I'm recording an audio book right now. Um, Jessica Walker, your question almost got by me. Let me see, cause you did a different type, so it almost slipped by me. I have a with a man who turned out to be in the closet with any advice. He talks to me every day. So he turned out to be okay in the closet. Okay, and you gotta with him. Y'all done reproduce. Mm, mm, mm. Sis, I really ain't got a whole lot of advice for you on that one right there, and that's a real touchy one. You gonna need coaching on that one. Everything right there can't be said on here on the World Wide Web. So do me a favor, okay? Visit mymentor.life. Mymentor.life. It's not .com, it's .life. Mymentor.life. It's several coaches on there, all different ranges, from $25 an hour and up. And it's really gonna bless you and help you. But everything can't be said on this here World Wide Web, because they after me. They after me. They say, man, you setting the captives free. We finna hit you hard. Y'all got to remember that about these systems. It still is not free speech. Anytime you in this here world, it's still not free speech. You talk on certain things, they gonna hit you. How much time is healthy to spend with someone I just started dating versus too much time? So here's the key here. The key here now, caveats and nuances. The key here is when you start to neglect your responsibilities, that's when you're spending too much time. So if you have 2 hours free to where you don't have to do any studying, you're not supposed to be doing any working or cleaning or preparing, and you got 2 hours free from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., you can talk to that man for those 2 hours. Now, when you're supposed to be doing something at 8:30 to 9:30, whether it's school, whether it's your family, whether whatever it is, but instead you on the phone with that man, now you giving too much time. So when you serious about somebody and you really like everything that you see inside and out, everything seems promising and it's mutual, and y'all serious about each other, the goal is to try to get an hour worth of conversation in every day, an hour worth of conversation a day. And the reason why is because that's when you really get to hear somebody and you really get to see who they are, get to learn them. Tony, your wisdom has changed my life. My baby daddy's recent most baby mama, she was a side chick, reaches out to me and says she owes me an apology. Why? I left him and don't want him. Just get that apology. Just get that apology and keep it moving. Just get that apology and keep it moving. Cause she dealing with her demands. You hear me? Now she dealing with her demands, and so what's happening is she is struggling because she feels responsible. She feels like she played a part. She feels like she could have removed herself instead of being the other woman, she could have removed herself. So that's what's making her feel guilty. And that's why she's saying she won't apologize. So let that get off, let her get it off her chest. And then you move on with your life. I'm looking for y'all questions, but it's a lot of, now y'all just don't be commenting just to be commenting. You know, just putting that GM in there and putting that hey in there. And y'all, it's a million messages coming in here. How much time I already seen that one? What happened if your man that you lives with tell you to excuse him out of the house for the weekend because his boys is coming from Virginia, his biker friends, and he need the house for a man cave? Hold on right quick. What happened if your man that you live with tell you to excuse him out of the house? It sounds like you meant to say to excuse you out the house for the weekend because his boys is coming from Virginia, his biker friends, and he need the house for a man cave. Now, you asking this question, so I'm guessing that was a serious ask of you, that he truly, honestly said that to you. Now let me help you understand this. If he seriously asked that question, which I'm sure it was serious because you wouldn't be asking if you knew him and you knew it was just a joke. Like, hey, let me have the house this weekend for old man cave. Man, get on out of here. You know, I might do that to my wife and she's like, man, please. She know I'm just joking. But if I say, hey, baby, you know, this weekend, do you think you can leave and, you know, go stay at your mom's place or somewhere because my boys are coming in and we kind of just need to be here like a man cave. And I seriously said that, let me tell you, you need to have the first pair of track shoes. You need to run barefoot like Barney Rubble. You hear me? If that's what his name was, Fred Flintstone. I mean, you need to be Fred Flintstone out of there today. You hear me? Hey, I'm excusing this weekend and I'm excusing you the rest of the weeks of the year too. Cause I'm out of here. You trying me. Because if a man says that to you, what that means is he has no respect whatsoever for you. That means that he has tried you in so many little ways, so many little tests he's tested you, and you failed every test. Every single test has come back with an F on it, and he has said this woman don't know her worth, she don't love herself, none of that. And so now he feel like he could try you like a baser every day. Every day. How do you feel about meeting someone in prison? I don't think it's wise. I do not think it's wise. I think that should be off limits. It is off limits. It is out of bounds. If a man is not in the free world, then he is not available. Okay? Can you hear me now? No, cannot hear you now. You have 1 minute left on this call. No, you are receiving a call from Tom from the Pennsylvania State Penitentiary. Bye. Click. Talk to you when you out here in this free world. And the reason why is because I come from that. You hear me? I come from that. Where I know a whole lot of people. I got a lot of my close friends that I grew up with doing life, doing double life for situations that I could have been with them in those situations. All kind of allegations, all kind of stuff. So I come from around that. And so where I'm from, everybody touch behind them walls. And so what I see is my mama, my sister, the close women in my life, which those women, the closest women to me, have dated men behind them walls. And let me tell you, it never work out. It never work out. And even for the woman it worked out for, I feel bad for her because the woman that the man ended up marrying, well, he was talking to my sister and she was visiting him every single weekend the whole last year or two he was in there. So then he get out and he go and marry another woman, but this woman don't know she was being cheated on the entire time. And what this other woman don't know is that he was literally sleeping with other women on furlough and on visitation and on all of this. And the same thing happened with my mama. She carried a man for years. Carried him for years while he behind them bars. Got out, act like she Casper the Ghost. You hear me? So don't ever. Now see, Alizé, Tony, please answer my question. I'm dying to hear your response. You should have put your question in right there. Don't put when you send a question on your next one. Don't put please answer. Just keep posting your same question over and over. When you see I'm about to stop talking, post your question again. Cause right there I would have seen your question. Now I can't see your question, and ain't no scrolling up because it's 100 messages, so I can't get there. So I got to answer Charlotte Chez's question right here. Been talking to a guy on and off for 3 years. He is still in love. On and off. That's the first key word. Write that down on your notepad. On and off. Next key words, 3 years. Write that down on your notepad. He is still in love. Other key word, still in love. That's a lie. And cares about his ex. He is still in love and cares about his ex. We live in 2 different cities and have been intimate. Says he'll introduce me to his mom and never does when I visit him. You playing yourself. You playing yourself 100%. You playing yourself like Parker Brothers board games. Amber, God bless you, Amber. Thank you, bless you. I really appreciate all your insight. You have been an answered prayer. Can't wait to afford a session or two with you. Hey, God bless you. So let me tell you about this man. When them messages pop up where they send a donation, I got to go to those right quick because they at the top and they get moved off the screen and I miss it. Let me tell you about this man here. Never ever deal with a man more than 2 years. This 2020 is no time needs to be wasted in 2020. Okay, with 2020 we going forward. Never deal with a man without an engagement more than 2 years. Never. Okay. And also understand this about a relationship. A relationship that is meant to be is not on and off. It is not on and off. It might be off one time. At the max, it's going to be off 2 times. And when I say off, meaning y'all don't talk for like 2 weeks on that second time. Now, that first time, y'all might have a real breakup and come back together. But on that next time you come back together, y'all should know each other and know how to get it right. So on and off is out the window in 2020 going forward. The other thing is more than 2 years, out the window. Inside of 2 years, you need to be engaged. If y'all over the age of 25, you need to be engaged. Inside of 3 years, y'all need to be married. You say he's still in love with his ex. He ain't in love with her. That's a soul tie. That's a soul tie. So what he doing, he keeping you around as a roster filler. You just filling the roster. You a roster filler, and that's why he keeping you. My question is for prayer for a godly celibate man. Hey, you got to pray on that. Keep praying on it. They out there now. They out there. I was talking to one of my guys the other day, but they young. I really don't meet too many that's you know, over 30. I really don't. I really can't think of a man that I've met over 30 or 40 that's godly and celibate, but I'm sure they out there. I'm sure they out there. If y'all fellas is out there, let me know so I could just speak up for y'all. Let somebody know. Hey Tony, question: why do men try to do a test on a woman just to see if they're the woman for him? It's just human nature. It's human nature, and although it's not fair, you can't get around it. So don't try to. Just know you're gonna be tested. Just know that. I know it ain't fair. I know you don't want to hear it, but every man gonna test you. Good, bad, and the ugly. The good, bad, and the ugly. Listen to what I'm telling you. The good, the bad, the ugly. The man that you call a good man, a godly man, a God-fearing man, he gonna test you. He gonna test you. You know why? Because good man is not synonymous with perfect man. He gonna test you. So just hear what I'm telling you. And I know some women, they want to argue. Oh, Tony, I know the God that I serve got a man for me that is not gonna test me. He's gonna come in and he's gonna tell me from day one what he wants, and he's gonna be honest and God fearing. Oh, I know it. And I'm just like, listen, You could date the Pope. You could date the pastor. You could date the deacon. You could date the prophet. You could date any man you want to date. He gonna test you. He gonna test you because he making a lifelong commitment. He gonna want to see if you truly bought what you say you bought. Believe me what I'm telling you. Please help. Now she put, or he, I don't know who this is, put the red exclamation mark. That was smart. Got my attention. The guy I'm dating is a pastor. Just what I was just talking about. And he haven't been treating me right. So I decided to leave. Should I still attend his church? I lead the praise and worship. And I'm also the secretary. I'm going to start me a magazine called The Gospel Gossip. We expose the fraudulent pastors. That's what I'm finna start me. Hey, let me get my investor. The Gospel Gossip. Cause now see, I'm the wrong one because do you to ask that kind of question because I'm the wrong one to ask that kind of question. Because when Jesus went in that church and he flipped over them tables, I have a righteous indignation. And one thing I don't like is a pastor who is a man of the cloth who up there on the stage manipulating, deceiving, cheating, lying, and dealing like that. So me personally, if it was me, I'd be on the local news. Pastor such and such is dating his members and lying and cheating and dogging. Stop paying tithes and stop going to the church. That if it was me, so that's why I'm the wrong person to ask that. So I say pray on them, pray for them, ask God to deal with them, and go and lead the church. Because guess what? If you got a pastor that's single and he dating the members and can't even treat the members right, who he dating, ain't no God not in that church. God ain't even in there. You ain't even getting the word. You ain't getting the word. Look at what Cher said. Y'all better listen to Cher say she ain't learning nothing. If she there dating the pastor, you not even getting the word in there. Y'all in there, you singing, the praise and worship ain't getting past that ceiling. Cause the pastor ain't right. So you got to get on out of there so you could hear God. You could sit in your car, have a church service in your car that's better than the church service y'all having in that church. Have a boy who is still a virgin. What advice to give? He said girls always coming onto him. Help. Hey, now you got to show them the repercussions. Okay, so what you got to do is go to some uncles, to some cousins, to some people who have baby mamas, who got baby mama drama, who've had out of wedlock, and you gotta sit him down with them. Let them talk to him about all the troubles, about child support, about all them struggles, about all them things going on. Yvette Price, God bless you, Yvette Price. Let them talk to him. Let them, and then what I do. My son about to turn 13. We going away for like 3 nights to 7 nights, and I'm showing them everything. We on Google. You hear me? I'm showing them the pictures of the diseases. I'm showing them the pictures of all of this here stuff falling off, stuff acting up, all this. I'm showing them the pictures of what it'll do when you out here willy nilly. You hear me? And so you got to take them through a real, what I call real man university, and just let them talk to the people. When you don't have all the words, you got to introduce them to people who can say, listen, man, keep doing what you're doing because this ain't what you want. My 65-year great aunt prayed for a God-fearing man to be faithful. She even put out a plate every day for a year for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Met a 55-year-old who ran off with her money. Mariah Williams, thank you for sharing that, because that's why I try to tell y'all, I believe in prayer. I believe in prayer. But what you got to understand is faith without works is dead. So see, what she's trying to say, this is her great aunt. She was praying for the man, but she wasn't preparing for the man. What I mean by that is she didn't get no life coach. She didn't go to a seminar. So she didn't go to the retreat. She didn't really learn how to read the red flags. So she was praying for it, and guess who hear your prayers? The devil. The devil hear your prayers too. Gonna send somebody right to you. Anytime you praying, the devil hear your prayers and he finna send you a distraction that look like destiny. He finna send you a distraction that look like destiny. And if you are not prepared, meaning if you ain't read up, studied up, and truly prepared mentally with knowledge of what you looking for, you're gonna get deceived. Hi Tony, can you please help me? What to do when a man makes excuses to see his daughter? I don't know what you're saying. If he's saying he make excuses to see her or make excuses to not see her. But the end of the story is whichever way it is you protect your daughter. So whatever is good and right for her heart. If he a good man and he doing the right thing, let him be there. If he not, if he causing stress, chaos, worry, pain, block him and let him go get a court order. I met a guy, and on our first conversation, he stated, "I just want to let you know I'm not looking for anything serious. How should I respond?" Um, I just want to let you know that this gonna be our last date. Thank you. That's how you got to respond. When a man tell you, and see, this how guys sleep at night. The reason how men sleep at night, grown boys, the way grown boys can sleep at night is because they telling you on the first date they ain't looking for nothing serious. You hear that and you keep dealing with them, and then you end up on your bike, and then he acting funny or he disappear, and you like, whoa, what happened? And he like, I told her on the first date I wasn't looking for nothing, but she kept on talking to me, and she looking for something. So she started treating me like a boyfriend. Now we friends with benefit, and now she acting crazy, looking like who shot John and forgot to kill him, because I don't want to deal with her no more. I done got what I wanted, and I ain't even want that. Wasn't even good. You see what I mean? That's what happened all the time. Shanice, God bless you. Bless your heart. What to expect from a coaching call? Never had one before. Just signed up for one on Monday. Each coach is different. But essentially it's a listening session where the coach is listening to you, you sharing everything. The coach is prompting you with questions. The coach is like a helper, like a accountability partner, like a motivational friend who's just kind of helping support you and guide you and lead you to where you need to be, and then confirming with you your intuition that you feeling and what you ought to think, helping you create a plan, helping you think through some things, create a plan. So it's really like SDB all day long. God bless you. God bless you. I really appreciate that. Listen, Linda Love. Listen, Linda. God bless you. God bless you. Listen, Linda. God bless you. Showed up. Bless her. I'm single now. Recently divorced. Been aired out. Have been doing work to make me better. Doing coaching, life mentor. Want to be back with my ex and will jump through hoops to make it happen. No games. Now, oh, this a brother. Oh, okay. I'm just so used to getting questions from women. I thought this was a woman saying she ready to jump through hoops. Timothy, this what you have to, as a man, this what you got to ask yourself as a man. Is it too little, too late? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because and this what you got to realize on this here situation is you got to be able to say, okay, did I take her for granted so long that I don't really truly deserve her back? That I hurt her so many times. Now, if it was like one serious thing that happened, two serious things, her heart still has more to give. A lot of women give a whole lot more than that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances. But this is what it is though. You cannot do what's comfortable. You can't just do what's comfortable to get a woman back. You gotta go above and beyond. So what I mean is, if what's comfortable for you is one coaching session, you got to do 12. You see what I mean? Because One coaching session, let's say you spent $25. Let's say you went to mymentor.life and you spent $25. That ain't nothing. That's not an investment. You see what I mean? And I don't recognize your name. My coaching session is $250 an hour. And so that's an investment. Now on there, you ain't gonna hear what you want to hear a lot of times because it's gonna be real, 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 real on there. All my clients could tell you it's real when we on there. But see, when she see that, now she say, "Whoa, okay, 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 cool." It's kind of like getting a woman a ring out the bubblegum machine, and then getting a woman a diamond ring out of K's or Zales. She like, "Oh, this a different thing." So that's what you got to realize. So you're gonna have to go above and beyond, and you're gonna have to let her know too what you're doing, and then also what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to walk different, talk different, look different, smell different. What I mean by that is, Deidre Allen, God bless you. God bless you. Pour out in life. What I mean by that is when y'all have a conversation and she responds a certain way, the way that you used to respond, you can't respond like that now because now you the same man. So you got to grow and you got to say, okay, the way I used to respond was like this. I'm changing that for good. That's gone forever. And now I'm going to respond like, hey, okay, I respect that. God bless. You see what I mean? Versus in the past, you may guilt trip, you may try to coerce. So you got to do everything different as well. I just told my ex that I'm going through 90 days of healing. I plan on taking some coaching classes. I feel myself becoming toxic. So for one, the mistake you made right there is telling your ex that you're going through 90 days of healing. You'll never tell your ex what you're doing. Never let that. So moving forward, don't tell your ex what you're doing. You do coaching, you do whatever. Don't tell your ex. None of your business. Because now that you just told your ex that he gonna give you 90 days, on day 92, he coming back to try you with the biggest test he never tried you with, just to see if that 90 days work, just to see how much power he got. So you just set yourself up for a big test. So be ready for it. Be ready for it. And it may look very, very, very promising. That test may look very promising. You hear me? And so you got to be ready for it. And you got to do some coaching and bounce around on coaching. My coaching might not be for you. You might do coaching with John, James, Sue, and Jolly. Their coaching might not be for you. So you got to keep going till you find the right fit for you. And at the end of the day, it's all investment in yourself. You learning something, even if you learn one thing. Why would a man ask back for a gift he gave you after breaking from 1.5 year relationship? Give back to him. Get back to him. Don't even worry about why he asked back. He asked for it back because he a grown boy. Y'all breaking up because he a grown boy. Get back to him. You don't want it because it's symbols and things like that mean something. That's why people in certain cultures, they make symbols and they build certain images, and they do that because those things represent something. So if you leave somebody and you keep this ring, that ring keep you in bondage. You got to take this here. I can't even get my ring off. You see how it pink up under there? I keep the ring on so much. But you got to take this. Okay, I gotta. Hey, here you go. Here you go. Thank you. Bye. Just like that. And you got to take that necklace off, take that watch off, everything he gave you, get back to him. Because what it lets him know is you don't own me, you can't buy me, and nothing that you brought in here materially mean anything to me because I can get my own. And that's the mistake that a lot of women make. They want to break up with the man, but want to keep everything that he bought. And so that lets him know I got her because materialistic stuff means something to her. So let me go get a better bag. Let me go spend more money. You see what I mean? Then that's what's gonna happen. I'm a nurse practitioner. I can afford your coaching. Thanks for your help. Hey, Montree, you sure can. Most Because of the rate of my coaching, most of my clients are doctors and lawyers and corporate professionals. Some are college students who sacrificing, on their credit card, but they that serious about life. But just due to my time, right now my rate is supposed to be 375 an hour, and I'm coaching at 250 an hour just to try to help more people. But the market, in the real market, my discount rate supposed to be $375 an hour. So I'm up under my discount rate, $125, trying to so I could reach more people. But if you're a nurse practitioner and can afford it and you ain't did it yet, you're missing something. You're missing something. But I looked at my schedule and looked like it's booked till April. So it looked like all of March is gone. And but that's not all just because of coaching. It's also because I'm working with some sports teams in March. On behalf of at Tish Cody and myself, same question. Can you please speak on triggers after leaving a relationship and how to overcome them? Triggers still arise even while working on myself. Um, when you was in a relationship that was T, you know the word you use, the T word. Can't use all the words on YouTube. When you know that you can't go through that by yourself. You need an accountability partner. You got to think about it how when people go to such and such anonymous, those groups to help them heal and help them overcome that past addiction, when they go through that, they have an accountability partner. They have a sponsor that they can call. So that's what you need. You got to get to a place to where you say, okay, look, I can invest $100 a month into myself. There's a coach right here on my mentor.life that's $25 an hour. I'm gonna do one session a week at $25 an hour. So that anytime you trigger, boom, there you have a session that week that you can talk through it and talk about it and be affirmed and be reinforced, and life can be spoken into you. See, the thing about it, what our society is and just what our people is, and when I say our people, I mean the human race. I'm not talking about black people because I'm black. I'm talking about the human race. The thing about people is we want things to just make sense. And we want things to just be easy. And we want to just be able to get over it. But you really got to do the work. When I changed my life, let me tell you something. This is going to sound crazy to you. When I changed my life, I listened to YouTube videos and podcasts for 10 hours a day. 10 hours a day. There's people come to me and say, "Oh, Tony, 59-minute long video? Who has time for that?" Guess what? You ain't got time to grow. You ain't got time to change. People come to me, my friends and all this, they come to me and say, "Hey, T, how you got these over 50 streams of income? Man, how you change your life like that? Man, how you was in the streets hustling and you was lost and you was with all these women. You was sleeping around all these women and now you a one woman man and you been married 13 years. Man, how you did that? Man, I can't stop." I put in the work. I put in the work. I remember buying seminar tickets that was $1,300. You hear me? Books on top of books, audio books. I don't read books. I listen to audio. Some people like to flip the pages. I like to listen to audio. But what I'm saying is you got to do an insane amount of work. It's going to seem insane. So it's some of you that watch my video every day. And if I miss a day, you watch the one from yesterday again. To be honest with you, I'm going to just be honest with you. Those are the people that's going to win. Because studies show you got to hear something 16 times to even truly commit it to long-term memory. So that's what you're going to have to realize. Do you do couples coaching? Yes, you got to go on mymentor.life though. And if on mymentor.life, if you don't see, my page is on mymentor.life. I'm one of the coaches on there. If you don't see availability on that calendar, email in to support@tonygaskins.com. Support. Or you just go to tonygaskins.com, click on the little search menu up there, and then click on Book Tony, and then you'll see coaching, and you fill out a form, and it comes in to my assistant, and then she'll take and, get you signed up. But I do couples coaching, but I don't recommend couples coaching. But I recommend individual coaching because the individuals need to heal and to learn and to grow. So you do coaching as an individual. What couples coaching typically is a woman dragging a man in there, and it doesn't work. Whereas as a woman, if you take and make some changes yourself on your own, when you change, your environment has to change. So when you change, he has to respond differently because you're given a new action. Every action has an equal or greater reaction. So when you change you, he has to change. And if you change you and he doesn't change, that lets you know that he's not going to change for you regardless. So I don't really recommend couples coaching, just because it literally typically just turns into an argument on the phone. He said, she said, and y'all bickering at each other, and I'm just sitting there. And then what also happens is sometimes a woman needs to hear things for herself, and sometimes a man needs to hear things for himself that the other person doesn't hear. Because sometimes you need game for you that the other person doesn't hear, because so then they can counteract it. And so it kind of puts the professional in a tough position because it's hard to tell you what you need to hear, because what you need to hear might be, listen, you in a very this type relationship with this type of person, you got to get gone. Like that might be what the conclusion is, but with you dragging this person on that don't even want to be there, then now you can't even hear that. Vanessa, God bless you. The 3 B's made me be honest with myself and set some new goals. Thanks for sharing wisdom, Tony. Love from Toronto. God bless. Hey, bless you. Bless you, Vanessa. I'm glad that you listened to the old 3 B's. I made those up while I was writing the book. Just like the 72-hour rule, I made that up while I was writing the book. I say that to say that I have to come up with a name for my concepts and for my teachings as I'm writing the book. And the 3 B's I felt like encompasses with brain, brand, body. Look at Aaliyah Connect. Aaliyah Connect. Know that thing. Been listening. Brain, brand, and body encompasses everything. You know, your faith and your belief system, your religion goes into brains. Also, that's also a part of your brand. And then your brand, just who you are as a person, what you're doing, your work, your job, your career, and then your body. How you take care of yourself, who you giving your body to, who you lying down, what are you eating, what are you drinking. Everything is encompassed in that. Hey, y'all, I got about 8 more minutes. I ain't got a watch on me. Hold on right quick. I'm gonna turn this here computer on so I can see the exact time. My son play at 1:30, so I just need to make sure I'm on time. I seen the question up here. Question: what if I was with him within a few days of officially meeting? My neighbor. I flew off the handle after he told me it wasn't serious one weekend. Now, seeing cars pull up is painful, knocks me down. With him within a few days of officially meeting. Okay. Yeah, that's a lesson. That's a lesson. That's why I tell y'all right there. So, and this is the thing. This is the thing. Let me help you understand how a man thinks. Let me help you understand how a man thinks. If you meet a man and you with him within a few days, that becomes your resume. That becomes who you are. And so one weekend he says it's not serious. The reason why he said that, and this is what I try to help women understand, because some women want to believe that a man is not judging them like this. Every man is judging you like this, regardless of what his R&B song says, regardless of what his bumper sticker says, regardless of what comes out of his mouth. Every man is judging you by how fast he was able to be with you. So when he meets you and he with you within a few days, okay, this is what his mind does. He cannot articulate this. Articulation is a gift. So every man is not going to be able to articulate to you what his mind is doing. But let me help you understand something, okay? We finna do 365 divided by 3. That's 121. 365 days in a year divided by 3 days, meaning you was with him within a few days, divided by 3 days is 121.5. Point six. What that means is, in his mind, you sleep with 121 men a year because he does not feel special. So he says, okay, if she will do this with me within a few days, what about all of the men that are taller than me, more muscular than me, more money than me, look better than me, better talk game than me? What about all of those? So that's what he says. So he says, if she'll do this with me and for me within 3 days, that's 121 men a year for her. He's not going to say, oh, I'm so sexy, I look so good. That's why I got it in 3 days. Can't no other man do that. He's not going to say that. He's not going to say that. He's going to judge you off of what you did for him and with him. And then you say you flew off the handle when he told you it's not serious. One weekend he said this ain't even serious. And you say you flew off the handle. Now, again, that right there shows a lack of emotional intelligence. It shows frustration. It shows desperation. Beyond thirsty, that's dehydration. That's what it shows. So now he wanna take off because he like, whoa, I'm gonna end up on a Lifetime movie, on Lifetime Movie Network. And so in order to get past that, guess what? You got to do what you're doing right now. You got to hear the unadulterated truth over and over and over and over and over. Video, podcast, books, coaching sessions. You got to hear it until you are renewed, till your mind is renewed, until you start to see the world differently. You start to move differently. And you start to move differently, then you're going to be like, okay, I'm learning. So let me stay off my back. No matter how good his cologne smell, no matter how amazing the date was, let me stay off my back. Ain't no man coming in my place past 6 p.m., past 8 p.m. Ain't no man coming in. And we ain't doing no in-the-house dates. We ain't doing no backseat of the car dates. We going bowling, skating, whatever, out and about. Ain't no tongue kissing. We ain't French kissing. We might just a little peck on the lip, little peck on the forehead, little peck on the cheek. And so you set your boundaries. I got a video called How to Date Correctly. Watch that video and you're going to see. Hi, Tony. The guy I'm dating have road rage, but he is so sweet to his family, to my, but is mean and rude to the world. What can I say to him to calm down? Listen to me. Listen to me. That's a telltale sign. Listen to me. Why are you talking? I'm sitting here tying up my track shoes now. I'm up here. I pull my hamstring reading that question. I'm running so fast. Listen to me. That's how you watch a man. Remember I told y'all this. It's not about what a man says to you. It's not about what you ask him. It's what you see him do. Now let me help you understand this. When I'm on the road and somebody do something crazy, they cut me off, they do something crazy, my hand on the steering wheel. I'm like, whoa, wow, man, that person, that's crazy. What's going on? Hey, man, you better get your life together. Lord bless him. Man, she probably just went through a divorce. Man, her mama probably just passed away. That's how I respond. So that's how a healthy, emotionally intelligent man responds. Now, if I'm upset by something going on in my life, then I might get on that horn. Now, I'm never going to roll down the window, shoot no bird. Now, I might get on that horn. Let that horn sting like that for a little bit. But that's it. But I can't remember the last time I did that. So when you see a man, that's how you could tell if somebody Christian or not in how they drive on their road rage. That's how you can tell if somebody sane or not, how they handle road rage. Cheyenne, God bless you. Thank you. Cheyenne bless me to remind y'all, don't forget to hit the like button on the video. Hey, God bless. Well, you need people like y'all. Cheyenne bless you. Now, so listen to this. With that right there with that road rage, that's a telltale sign. So what I'm gonna do on that right there, I'm finna watch some things, and you say he got his own, and you got your own. My game at 1:30. It's 12:30. I said I'm gonna leave at 12:30, but it only take me 15 minutes to get there. Take me 2 minutes to get dressed. Got to change my pants, so I got a few more. I got a few more minutes here. Now, cause let me help you understand something about this. Because you got to be able to watch here, okay, and you got to be able to pay attention to what he's not saying. And then what you gonna have to do? Hey, I'm out of here, brother. Hey, brother, what's going on? What's going on, brother? How you? What's up with this road rage? Because that worries me. That worries me. That scares me. You need to work on that, because if you doing this with a complete stranger, I'm concerned with after you get comfortable with me and mine. Cause see, you got some of yours, so you got to be careful, cause that's what he telling you. So everything else could be an act in front of you, but then what you see him on road rage, that's the real him. Because if that ain't in him, it ain't coming out of him. I have a date tonight. He wants to pick me up. Do I drive myself or have him pick me up? The fact that you asking that question let me know that this new. You drive yourself. Drive yourself. Don't ever let a man that ain't your man know where you live. Hi, Tony Gaskins. I want to do a coaching session with you. Email support@tonygaskins.com. Sign up for coaching. Somebody told me my mentor.life, my calendar booked up on there. I talked to the developer to see if we can stretch the calendars out that can book out like 2 months, but y'all excuse me, lost my breath. So email support@tonygaskins.com. All right, 12:31. I got about 15 more minutes. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go. And so, and my assistant will get you right. Tony, you have changed my life completely. I consider you my life coach, even though I am not paying for sessions. Although, also I study iridology, and I can see your health problems by looking at your eyes. Hey, don't come on here speaking nothing on me now. I ain't got no health problem. Now, see what you see right here up under my eyes is, for one, this is lighting, and it's a yellow light. So my eyes is not the color that they are, okay? Because it's a yellow light. So Satan, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I'm a perfect bill of health, okay? I go to the doctor. I ain't my heart working right, everything. And then what you also see under my eyes, I done had these since I was a baby. My 5-year-old got the same thing. We just got naturally low set, saggy baggy eyes. So that spirit speaking through you, get on up out of here, because I ain't never heard of iridology. So don't come on here speaking nothing on me. I am healthy. You hear me? And doing good. There's a yellow light around here, around this here camera, so that's why my eyes looking the way they look right now. Okay, God bless you. You go and get up out of here, boy. Spirit come on here trying to speak to me. I'm doing good. I drank 16 bottles of water a day. Ask somebody about it. You better hear me. Any advice, tips on how to discover my purpose, true calling, working on the 3 B's. Discover my purpose and true calling. What you got to do is serve. I have a course on TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, called Entrepreneur with Purpose. And in there, I walk you through how you identify your gifts and how you identify your passions. And then you see where you can marry your gifts with your passions, and where they could be married. Now you're able to identify where you can serve. And what you have to remember is that purpose, I believe somebody said this, purpose is rooted in service. So you just have to serve. So what I'm doing right now, I'm on here and I'm serving. Now what you're going to find about your purpose is you're going to serve, but you're also going to be able to be paid to serve. What I mean by that is, even with a nonprofit, you can have a nonprofit organization which is set up to help people in need. Well, when you start raising funds and doing galas and events, guess what? In a nonprofit, you get to give yourself a salary. So even though you live in your purpose, you get to give yourself a salary. And so that even in purpose, which is service, you still will be able to make a living. You still will be able to the world, God, whatever you call it, God has blessed you for being a blessing. So sometimes people go in and they say, look, this person works in this industry and I want to work in that industry of helping this group of people. So let me find how I could serve. And you may go and serve, and then they say, listen, we got an opening came up in our company. Here is, and it pays 75,000 a year. Or it might pay 25,000. You serve there. You say, okay, I'm gonna do that. This is where I want to be working. Then they come and say, hey, we're gonna promote you. This 50,000. Hey, 75, 100. You see what I mean? And so I have learned that by living my purpose. When I started doing this, I did this for years without really a red dime. You hear me? And then over time, I started learning how I could do it full time. I started learning how I could live my purpose and feed my family. So I want you to understand that purpose is rooted in service. Bianca says she got a hard time. Nah, also on the I comment, me and my wife, we was out last night and they had something called a Pinot Grigio or something. And that lady had brought about 4 glasses over there. And I'm like, what is this that you bring? And and then we was up about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so that's another reason too. Hey, Gia Ivy, listen to me. My doctor is Jesus, okay? And you not scaring me. My doctor is Jesus. I go to Dr. Jesus. I ain't got no internal health problems, okay? I can take any kind of test you want me to take. I ain't got no internal health problems, okay? So you need to check that iridology. And you got to remember now that iridology, God ain't made that up. A human made that up, okay? Tony, I have a coaching session with you this Monday, debating whether I should take first coaching session by myself or include my BD as well. You need to do it by yourself. You need to do it by yourself. I hate to tell people that, but you need to do it by yourself when I got to leave. And I'm going to be done at 75. It's on 6732. Because what you also got to realize is energy. You didn't say, I don't know if I need to include my husband that I'm in love with. You said, I don't know, I need to know if I need to include my baby daddy. Just that energy, just baby daddy energy, your whole call thrown off. Because the energy, just the way he answered a question, just the way he answered a question, just the way, you know, just his energy, his tone, it's going to be striking up stuff in you. It's going to be striking up stuff in you. And you're going to be feeling, you might start crying, you might get angry, you might, go to getting hurt. And so I always recommend at least 2 to 4 sessions by yourself before bringing a partner or an ex or a spouse on the session so that you get what's for you. I need the plug for the credit info. Now, when I mention the credit, I throw that out there, that ain't what my client charged, and I don't know if she even gonna do that now, okay? But just email in to support@tonygasson.com and I'll send you that information. I just can't, I don't be doing all that kind of promo and stuff online. And I don't know the website or nothing offhand, so I have to ask her and the phone number because she had you call into her office and the assistant talk to you about it. Deidre Allen, thank you for that. Why is this focused on Tony eyes and not his message? You don't diagnose anyone without being an MD or testing. That's crazy. Hey, you know how it is, people. She probably ain't mean no harm, but me, the doctor could tell me something, and I'm tell the doctor to use a lie. Satan, get thee behind me. How do I pre-order the book? I'm in Johannesburg, South Africa. Your bookstore, I don't know if it's called Chapters or whatever it's called. You have to go into the bookstore and they should be able to get it online for you and bring it in. I've heard sex is so much to the point I'm sick of hearing it. From a man's perspective, is being sex is all about sex. Let me look at you with my good eye. I can't really see you, but Misty Lou, um, yeah, that's all it's about. Because if a man don't know you, that's all it's about. But I tell you this right here, you really can't believe nothing a man say until that's your husband, and until you done put him through all your tests, all your personality tests, all your character tests, all that. You can't take it serious. It just what a man talking about. It's game. Did you have a spiritual awakening when God revealed to you your purpose? No, I wouldn't say that it was earth shattering or it was, something that just kind of shook me to my core. It was just a natural progression. It was a step by step, day by day, just like a little inkling that said, you love to write, you can write, you can write, you can write. So go ahead and write. Jay Dilla in here saying one of y'all might be my wife in here. Yeah, your wife in here, Jay Dilla, but you better not be in here with another spirit now. Have them spirits right now. Which I think Jay Dilla, he's trying to show and improving that he a good man. He be on all the videos. He comment on all the videos. And YouTube ain't got no dating section yet. So I don't know how to connect y'all. So I don't know how y'all be able to, connect. But what I was saying is I just started using my gifts. And one thing you got to realize is that God gonna use your gifts. He's not gonna use, somewhere that you're not gifted in. He's gonna use your gift. So what I'm doing right now, reading questions and answering questions off the top of my head in my area. Not every single human can do it. A lot of humans can, but not everybody can. And so that's when you know it's a gift, when you can do something that not everybody can do. When you can talk on a subject for an hour, when you could write a 300-page book in 5 days. Those are things that I can do. I had to realize not everybody can do that. So I had to say, okay, how can I use this gift for good? Because see, I could come on here and not to knock a sports analyst or whatever, but I could come on here and talk for an hour about breaking down the Lakers game. That ain't changing nobody's life though. That is not changing anybody's life. So if I could talk for an hour, I'm gonna use them words to move the culture forward, to move the world forward. And that's where you use your gifts for purpose. And that's where God is gonna honor your work. He gonna pour out. However, see YouTube take and put what they take and do. YouTube take and put ads on the videos. So I'm in my purpose. You watch the video for free, but YouTube take and turn it into a business. And they say, well, hey, we got companies want to advertise on these videos. So let's put an ad on these videos. So now what I would do for free, what I did for free from 2007, now all of a sudden in 2019, YouTube started sending me real checks. So this is what I was doing from 2007. And so that's what I say about using your gifts. Definitely, I'm about to release my book soon. You gave me the courage to tell my story. Thanks a million. Hey, tell your story. I told my story. I was 22 years old when I told my story. And look what it turned into. Everybody got a story. People always say, Tony, well, what qualifies you? What makes you this? What makes you that? I just had the audacity to do. That's what qualifies me, is that I do when others won't do. It ain't that I'm smarter, ain't that I'm better, ain't that I'm more favored. It's just I had the audacity to do, the faith to do. And because I did, he moved. How you add a profile pic on here? You can YouTube that, how to add a profile pic to my YouTube. Somebody did a video on it. You could Google it. If you don't have to log in to YouTube, click on settings, and then you could put your picture up. How do I work on my temper besides prayer? I'm very composed, but when upset can be very blunt. This would turn off men, I assume. Um, Being blunt and having a temper is two different things. I'm blunt, but it's not a temper. I'm being blunt with every question I answer, but it's not a temper. Being blunt with a man and telling him how you feel, telling him like your IS is, that's not a temper. So you got to understand that Jesus Christ was blunt. Jesus Christ said some stuff to people that was so direct. Jesus told that the what this man was, the prime minister, whoever he was, listen to me, playboy. You only got the power that my Father in heaven allows you to have. That's what Jesus told the man. This man held his life in his hand, so the man thought. And Jesus told him, you can't do nothing to me other than what my Father allows. Jesus told them people, hey, you go tell them fox and them vipers that I said this. You see what I mean? So being blunt is not the same as having a temper. Having a temper is whoosh, whoosh, throwing stuff around, slamming stuff, breaking stuff. You breaking plates. But if you tell a man, listen, you are no good, sorry man, and this is the last day you ever gonna talk to me. That's not a temper. That's what you need to have. Hey, God bless y'all. I got to go. My 5-year-old got a baseball game today, and when I get back, man, we off today, so I'm trying to accommodate y'all for the Sundays, the lives that I missed. Trying to accommodate you, and because I promised the Blessed Tribe I'll do some Q&As, because even though your question may not get answered, hopefully somebody else's question helps you. So I might do another live later on today. I'm not sure. I gotta see. We might have to go to the office, put my new put the mymentor.life thing on the wall in the corporate office, and but I'll probably may shoot another video, just like a static video to upload for later today. It's the last day of the month, and we don't have 31 days this month, and I missed some days this month, and I try to promise that I'll do a video a day. And the reason being is because I know it's a lot of people hanging in the balance and trying to get it together, and my videos might be the only coach they have, might be the only voice of reason that they have. So that's why I'm trying to show up and really be here on a daily basis, because I work for myself. This what I do for a living. So what's sewing 1 hour a day out of 24 hours, it's not that much. So I thank y'all so much. God bless you. And thank you to the last sister, Speechy Speech, who just blessed me with that $1. God bless you. And I will I'll post. I don't know if I'll post if I'm gonna go live again today. So don't count on it, but I might get a chance. I got to check with my wife. God bless you. We'll talk soon. Oh, and last before I leave, everybody make sure you visit mymentor.life. If you need a Tiffany bless you. If you need a life coach, visit mymentor.life. It's coaches all walks of life on there. All walks of life, all different type of coaching categories on there. Mymentor.life. And lastly, make sure that you go and you pre-order. Now, it authorizes your card, but it don't charge your card. The authorization will fall off in a couple of days. You actually won't get charged till April 6th. It come out April 7th. It's called A Woman's Influence. Me and my wife's book, and I want her to feel, that she matters. I want her to know how important she is. So I wrote Make It Work by myself. But my wife, she added 2 to 3 pages of her take on every chapter in this book. So I want her book that she a part of to outsell Make It Work, so that she also understand and realize a woman's influence. So pre-order that. Card will be charged in April 6th. God bless you. We'll talk soon. I'm gonna post a story from the baseball game, so y'all know I made it.